What's up, guys? My name's Chet.
My name's the Brain. My name's Brandon. You can call me the Brain.
Call him Papa Brain, okay? So, listen, Papa and I are going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. Just came out recently. We want to give our special reviews on this game. There's a lot of good things about the game, and it actually, according to critics, let's see what we've got. 9 out of 10 on Digital Trends, and Metacritic gave it 84%.
So far, it has 84 on Metacritic, and the fan score, the user score, is 7.9. So
Fantastic,
it's not getting
right?
meta-bombed like a lot of games that people kind of are. The main game people are talking about, haters will go and give it 0 so that the score tanks. People did that with Horizon. People did that with Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. It's like basically.
Supposedly.
I know I went to GameStop when it first came out for the midnight release. It was basically like 9 p.m. And you got it.
I got it digitally. I bought the special edition that came with Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 remix that had all this
the special stuff.
It had all of the games in it, and then it had a pre-order included with the Kingdom Hearts 3.
And did you sell all that yet?
No, it's digital.
Okay.
So I couldn't sell it.
He would if he could.
That's the thing. It's great about digital games is that you have to keep everything that you buy. You can't sell it.
That's good for you.
So it's good for me because I just I haven't played this in a week.
Time to sell it.
Time to get rid of it.
So here's the thing about the game. It's not good. Okay.
The gameplay is good. Unless you're talking about the guy that's let's zoom in the camera while you're riding the horse around and it's you can't see anything and you're just
the dumb group attack. Okay, there's some things that are good about the game, okay? But we're going to talk about how not good the game is too and why everyone was talking about it and it's getting a decent amount of viewers stream-wise, but it's not what I was expecting, waiting 14 years for.
That's a lot of people that have finished the game and love the story and they've played all the other games and they're really engrossed in the story. I mean, this story makes Dragon Ball Z look easy to follow. It's so ridiculous. You have you have to play Birth by Sleep, then 358 over 2 days, and then this happens before that, but then you have to go back and watch Aqua's story, and then you have to learn about how Roxas did that thing.
It's like saying Star Wars Episode 9 was a good plot.
Yeah, it's Rian Johnson, did you write Kingdom Hearts 3? Because you might have.
You honestly might have. Now, here's the thing. The plot in itself is actually good. It's just chaotic. And honestly, a lot of people that don't play each individual title Kingdom Hearts has come out with don't follow the story that well. Now, okay, the good things about the game. I'll touch base on a couple of good things. The gameplay is super smooth. If you haven't played it yet, I mean, it's been out for 3 weeks now or something like that. The gameplay is super smooth. I'm sure you've seen some content if you don't have the game. The attacking and everything's super smooth. I mean, everything else, the graphics, all this stuff, woo! They added new worlds. What's your favorite level?
My favorite level is Tangled, because that's one of my favorite Disney movies they've come out with in the last, 15 years. Mm-hmm. But, and I loved playing with, you have Rapunzel, and Finn does some stuff, Finn Rider, they all have a pot, a little kettle that they're just smacking people with. My favorite thing about the game is, because I'm not a big Goofy fan, I'm more of a Donald guy.
Okay, all right.
And he has a move where you get to literally throw Goofy into the earth. He jumps up in the air and he takes his shield and you just throw him down into the ground. It's just all right.
Yeah, no, can you do that noise again? So Donald, that's Goofy's move, yeah. No, that's... Okay, so real quick to touch base on their attacks here. So we said it's smooth. It is smooth. But, okay, so when I play Kingdom Hearts, I think of the first one and then the second one, okay? They were hard. The bosses were hard, okay? Because you just had your attacks and you had magic. There wasn't these special abilities. Basically, ultimates is what I consider.
I keep thinking of the Cerberus in Hercules in the first game, where I think Cloud comes out and you have to fight him with Cloud or something like that.
I don't remember. But I don't think you do. But
I remember Cloud was involved in the tournament at Hercules. I don't think you fight him or you fight with him, but Cerberus comes out and you have to fight him, and he's shooting his little fireballs at you. And the way the camera worked in the first one was archaic, and you had to turn it and look around while you're running away. Yeah. But the boss battles in this game are so much easier because you get you just fight for a couple seconds and it's like, hey, you can do this crazy move where it kills everybody.
Here's the thing: I understand adding the ultimates, which is based in this game called like group attacks or whatever, but you only have to get like 6 or 7 consecutive hits. Not even that. I think it's like 4 or 5. Okay, that's like 1 heartless dying. Okay, so I've played the game, and I'm sure you guys have also found this, that you just stack on top all these group attacks, and it's like, okay, so they kind of like, to counter that, put in more heartless sometimes, but like it's just too easy. It's too easy.
Yeah.
Like the old games, I know I was younger, but it seemed much harder to me. Like it was not. I do like that they also decided to stick true, even though I think that gaming has obviously evolved since that game. That they stuck true to the way that they actually use the remote.
Yeah.
Like you have to press like RB or R or whatever to actually switch your camera. And at first I was like, this is so annoying. Get with the times. We didn't touch base on one dang thing about this freaking game that's the worst part of this game, okay? Now, if anybody's played this game, tell me, with a serious face, you watch those stupid-ass cutscenes.
That you like the dialogue?
The dialogue...
Let's play chess at the beginning of the game and... Oh, the darkness, it's spreading.
No, hold on, wait. I'm going to go over a cutscene with you, okay? Let's just imagine Mickey's are the worst, okay? So, ask me any question. Ask me a question. I don't care what it is. Just ask me a question.
What are you doing today?
Me? That's the cutscenes. Who wants to play a game where you're back in 1998? I'm surprised they even have background music in it. It's so bad, and there's so many of them.
The only reason I think it is that bad is because there must have been some when they translated it. They must have.
I don't think anyone in Japan also talks that slow. No one goes.
It was rough.
What? I remember there was a scene. It was near the beginning of the game. Mickey's first introduced, and then they go to meet that. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. Who's the wizard with the god awful eyes?
Is it Jensen?
I don't know. I as you can tell, I don't watch the cutscenes anymore.
From Fantasia, I think it's Jensen.
Yeah, well, he looks awesome.
It's just Disney spelled backwards.
That's clever. Okay, so Jensen here is talking, and he has some great facial expressions, but he's talking, and he says something like, oh yeah, we need to have somebody go and find whoever's lost in the middle of the ocean. Another cutscene I kind of watched, and he's sitting there.
I skipped every single one. After the chess game, I just skipped them. I was like, I don't care.
That's the first cutscene.
I know. After the chess game, I was like, I don't care about any of this.
But then you have no say about the cutscenes. Because I had to watch too, because my wife really likes the game. Okay, and she's like, let's watch the cutscenes.
I watched that dubstep at the beginning of the game. And I was like, all right, this is kind of cool. And then I just skipped.
It's so bad. Well, this cutscene he goes into, and he's asking someone like, who's going to go find the freaking person missing in the ocean? And Sora's like waiting there, and he's like, I'll do it. And everyone else is like, what? It's like, what is it? This is 14 years in the making. Pretty much. Yeah, it's.
I know they did that a ton in the last couple ones.
Those cutscenes are terrible, and I understand a lot of people like it. I actually even got on Twitch and was talking to some people streaming and asking them who the heck else even likes this gummy ship, okay? And some people are like, I really like in the third one. So I get it. It's not the first time they created the gummy ship, and they're just, whatever. I don't like it. And I understand they also have to, still be making the game for children. It's still rated E. But most of the people playing this game, when I went to the midnight release, there aren't children buying the game.
It's people that have been waiting since they were kids.
Yeah, 20s, 30s. Like that's
this game.
That's the group. It's like when Pokemon Go came out, okay? You weren't seeing kids outside as much. You were seeing 50-year-olds playing Pokemon Go. Then when COD comes out, there's a bunch of little kids cussing your freaking face off, and there's no adults playing it.
Talking about how much sex they get with your mom.
Yeah, your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That is pretty much how it is. Did I ever tell you about the one time I was playing Battlefield 5, I think it was. Is that the new one?
No, Battlefield 5 is the newest one. You probably played Battlefield 1.
I was playing Battlefield 1 with my brother, and as we're playing, we're joking around and talking about it. And I said, I was watching because the graphics are, impressive, and I'm watching. I'm like, can you imagine being back in World War I and actually thinking someone's gonna make a video game of my life and do it? And he talks and he's like, yeah, and everyone's gonna be calling each other and bastards and talking about them effing their moms while playing them. I'm like, that's very true. I was dying.
Well, that was a 10 out of 10 segue right there. So you want to move into Apex Legends now, or are we done with Kingdom Hearts? Anything else to say in Kingdom Hearts before we move on?
I think we should at least say, like, what is our overall ranking of it out of 10? Is because here's the thing. I know we ranted about how bad the game is.
Wait a second.
The game's not terrible. What?
Where's your amazing flag
hold on, wait.
that you got for buying the game early?
No, wait. This was special.
That you were mad about, even though they had a picture.
No, I wasn't mad. I was happy. So when you think of Kingdom Hearts, you think of this.
You think of Sora, Goofy, Donald.
You think of
our Final Fantasy characters, which is another thing. There were no Final Fantasy characters in the game.
Something that looks like this, maybe. Okay,
That's disappointing.
They said you get a fabric poster for whenever you get the game at GameStop.
Even something like this. Look at this one, Kingdom Hearts 2. The cover looks awesome.
Yeah, I know. Got that one.
That's
Chain of Memories
Chain
here.
of Memories.
Yeah, I know, and they're all pretty decent covers, but
I don't even know if you want to show up.
well, no. I mean, this is cool. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's stuff. Woody. Okay. like, excuse me.
Howdy, partner.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like Woody, but. And then they made him like toys because he's in toys. I get it. That level's actually really cool.
But why is it only Woody? You go to Monsters Inc.
Hold on,
you go to Tangled.
Tell me
you go
that
to
this
San
looks like
Francisco with Big Hero 6, and we are only showing Woody.
It's like, hey, Kingdom Hearts. Oh wait, I didn't know. I thought it was like for the new, maybe Toy Story 4. No. So when I saw this, I was like, it's trash.
I love how I don't like it. That in the game they don't have like a lot of like Haley Joel Osment does Sora, but they didn't get Tom Hanks. They got his brother to do it. So imagining them like around the table like at holidays, like, hey, what are you up to? It's like, Tom, all the that you're too busy to do. I'm doing, because I kind of sound like you.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much how it is. I mean, if my brother was Tom Hanks, I would be more than happy to do that. But I also feel like I was living in his footsteps. But I mean, either way, it's Tom Hanks.
Money is money, so they're gonna pay you a ton just to impersonate your brother.
That's true. So, Kingdom Hearts out of 10, what do you give it, Brain?
I give it like. I want to give it like a higher score because I've waited so long. But the fact that I've waited so long for this game and then it didn't live up to the hype, I'm gonna say a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, saying that's a respectable
7.5 out of 10. A little lower than Metacritic.
I'd probably give it just a 7. And I think the 7 and the good points are the mechanics of the game are the same. It's a very smooth gameplay, and the overall plot is good. It's just it's too much for me to get into when you have to watch the what do you call it? When you have to actually watch the freaking story to understand the plot. It is not something I want to do when you have this bad of cutscenes. So that gives it a 7. And honestly, all the other games, they have an excuse as to bad. But honestly, I think the older games have better cutscenes than this game does.
Probably.
I honestly
at least
think
we were more forgiving at the time because it was.
That's all you knew. Yeah, but like this is not forgiving.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys played any other game that's come out in the past 3 years? It's all better than this. And
in terms of story, the gameplay in this game is awesome.
No, it is. I'm saying the cutscenes.
Yeah.
That's specifically what I'm talking about. Unless you play Dishonored 2 and his face disappears as soon as you start turning on the game, because that's pretty, impressive.
Bethesda, they're great.
Bethesda is great. Okay, Bethesda is amazing, and Elder Scrolls 6. Woo, can't wait for it to come out.
I can't wait to play it in 2030. It'll be fun.
It probably is when it will come out.
But so that's Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's move into our let's smoothly segue into our next part of the show here. Titanfall 3. No, Apex Legends.
I was gonna say Titanfall 3. Okay.
What does it mean
boom
for
or bust?
Titanfall 3?
What does it mean for Titanfall 3?
Yeah, are they coming out with Titanfall 3, do you think? With Apex Legends?
I mean, I feel like they probably will. Did they say it was in development at all?
No, they just have literally like, here's this game, it's set in the world of Titanfall.
Yeah, right.
And it doesn't have any Titans in it, but it's awesome.
It's way better than Titanfall. And not that Titanfall's a good game, but...
the Titanfall 2 was fantastic. It had a really good story, and it was way underplayed because EA, who owns... Respawn, which did Titanfall and Apex Legends, and then they also own DICE, who does Battlefield, Battlefront. They did Battlefield 1, which came out a week before. Let me just double check this. It came out a week before Titanfall 2. Battlefield 1
Really?
came out a week before Titanfall 2, and they were just cannibalize each other.
Yeah.
And now they're doing almost the same thing, where they have Battlefield 5 has their Battle Royale mode called Firestorm coming out.
I haven't played that yet.
And then they're like, hey, by the way, here's this Apex Legends game. It's a Battle Royale game. It's free to play.
It's like Fortnite, free to play. And it's actually, if any of you guys watch streamers at all, it has consistently, ever since it came out, had sometimes almost more than twice as many viewers as Fortnite does, which is awesome because I love Apex.
Apex is great. I've never been a big Fortnite fan. I never liked PUBG. I didn't really get
Wait,
into
you didn't
Call of
approve
Duty.
of it being Game of the Year? Fortnite?
No, I did not. I did not at all.
I thought you really approved of that.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved that meme where it was like, it was like, what was it? It was like Red Dead Redemption 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, like all these great games exists, and then Fortnite, Game of the Year.
Yeah, but, okay,
like
but
this dude, like,
it is definitely the most popular game of last year and probably even the year before that when it first got released.
I mean, I'm not doubting it's popular. I'm not talking crap about its popularity. I'm just saying
know.
that you're wrong for liking it. So
I'm not saying it's not popular. It's just wrong.
I just want to go to a
there's a lot of
public
people that
event.
agree with you.
I just want to go to a public event where there's music that starts playing, and I don't see an army of 9-year-olds come
that's
out
true.
and start doing the dances and the thing that Juju always does on Instagram and stuff.
That's true. I mean, it is funny, but yeah, I agree. That is a little annoying. I think the most annoying thing about Fortnite is how many children play it. Now, not that that's a bad
It's
thing.
just such a cultural like phenomenon, and where like these old men yelling
That's
at a
true.
cloud like
That's true. I mean, I've been playing video
You
games
guys
since I was
don't know
a
what
kid,
great
so.
video games are.
No, I know. That's kind of how I feel
Final Fantasy
too.
VII.
Yeah. You didn't play Super Smash Brothers when it came out for N64. You don't know life. But basically, it's Apex actually has been a lot older of a crowd, and on top of that too, it's just. It's mind-boggling good, which is surprising because it's just changed a few key things that other games haven't done yet. I've gotten a few wins. I mean, check out, this is my first win ever, so I'm actually not that good at it at all. But I mean,
At least you're still
I got-
alive when you got your first win. I'd been dead for about 15 minutes by the time I got my first win, but the trophy still popped. So
Yeah, hey, there you go. You got your
I'm
win.
a trophy hunter.
But I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, I got a win playing by myself because my teammate decided to quit on me. It wasn't anything fantastic, but since then, I mean, hey, I'll take it. Pop, 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 2 shots to the head. Now, the game, okay, the most thing I like about the game, you've talked about this before, you like the pinging. I think that's...
The ping system is my favorite part of this game because you can, when you're playing on PC, you can communicate via the keyboard. You can type things in, even if you don't have headsets, you can talk to each other.
Yeah.
With games on console, it's a lot harder. If you don't have a headset, you can't really talk to each other as much, or as like you can't say like, hey, there's an enemy over here, there's a drop over here, I'm gonna go this way, we're gonna go this way. With the pinging system in this game, you can do that, and it's very simple, it's very like streamlined. It's like, hey,
It's new age shit, man.
like click this and it does that.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I obviously like the respawning from death. That's a huge thing. That's probably my favorite thing in the game. I mean, also, the best thing is that I didn't know for the longest time when I first started playing the game that you can climb up things by holding in, like on Xbox, it's A, holding in A. So I would not know how to get on it, but as soon as I learned at the beginning of the game, I would get on top of roofs, and people just didn't know how to be on top. I mean, I'm talking like the first two games.
Okay.
I mean, even in this clip here, like I was getting on top of a roof. I'm like a noob at this point, but still, as you can see, literally the dude can't freaking find me.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like some old stuff. But anyways, though, so I like that. I mean, my score for it, I have no complaints. I give it a 10. It's fast paced. Super
That's bold.
fast.
That's bold.
It's bold. A 9.8 out of 10 is my
Okay,
opinion.
9.8. We're doing the 100-point
Yeah.
system. All right.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'm going to stick with a 9. I'm going to go with a 9 on this one because I like it a lot. It's great.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the microtransactions, but I know that Siege has microtransactions, and I love that game.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so now
But-
here we go. Microtransactions.
But
Here's the thing. That is the future of gaming.
I understand that. Because if you can't, like the companies, they're sitting there.
They've gotta make money.
They're looking. They're like, you know what? We could make some of the money.
Let's just make
or
everybody
we could
play
make
for free.
all of the money, and like that's just.
Well, Fortnite goes over the top, but that's why they're rich as hell.
But I think that if they keep a good system of the, if they keep it managed, I'll maybe come back and change it. But I think I'm just gonna stick with a 9.
Do you think that they'll do something similar to Fortnite, as in basically Fortnite has like different seasons. Okay, as of right now, it doesn't say like season one.
I think they'll go.
But, like they changed like parts of the map.
They'll go.
I know you don't really play it, but
they'll go the route of Siege, I think, where they'll have like year one, and then they'll say, okay, we're coming out with 4 more operators and a new part of the map. Mm-hmm. And then we'll tweak this gameplay. We'll add a new gun. They'll do something like that. Is what I think they're gonna go down that route.
I think that too.
Which I don't have too much of an issue with it, but that's just one thing that kind of gets under my skin. I'm not gonna give a game a perfect score.
No, I understand. I mean, I'm prejudiced because this is like my favorite style of gameplay. Yeah. Just like I am with Kingdom Hearts. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is not a bad
favorite
game.
style of gameplay, but let's just for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's not. Kingdom Hearts is not a terrible game. Don't get me wrong, and the bosses are not necessarily easy. It's just I don't know.
I know. I've watched you die many a time to
wow
to a boss.
Look, we all die sometimes. All right, the game's not too easy.
We all die sometimes.
It's just a lot of okay.
We all die sometimes.
Another thing I noticed recently too, after we had just talked about it too, is that the Kingdom Hearts cutscenes aren't as bad when it's like the movie characters, but when it's like the Final Fantasy characters and Mickey in them, it's like they half-assed it. Like they literally just copy the movie.
Yeah, they
like
literally
Tangled.
are like, with Tangled, it's literally the movie.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine. They didn't really twist
I guess
the
they
damn
couldn't
thing.
really make it like after the movie because she has short hair, and it's like, so was she now Rapunzel's a short-haired brunette?
She has brown hair, and nobody likes brown hair, so you know.
Well, no, I'm saying that like
I'm kidding.
Rapunzel is the long blonde hair, so they
know.
can't come down with like this.
Can't.
They wouldn't make a sequel. They already
kidding,
retconned it in the show.
I know. No, I mean either way. The cutscenes with the actual characters aren't that bad, but when it comes down, we've talked about it, but we got to get some good cutscenes up in here. But so, anyways, so that's good for Apex. I think they're going to keep on going. It's a boom for me, not a bust. I don't think they're stopping anytime soon. As I've told you before, though, the viewers on Twitch are actually doubling in Fortnite half the time. Sometimes it's around even, but still, Apex has actually been close to the top almost every single time. But it's still consistently, and it's been like 2 to 3 weeks now, probably 2 weeks. But anyways, so I know you wanted to say something about the Siege's loadout new characters.
Siege has new characters. Before I do that, EA, so we're talking about Apex, EA, Battlefield, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Disney and EA are working together. They make the Star Wars games. And Bob
what a
Iger,
success.
Yeah, Battlefield, or Battlefront 2. What a great game, guys. Yeah. Disney...
Consistent.
They put out a quote, Bob Iger did, said he's happy with... They're pretty much happy with EA still owning, like, they're the only ones that can make Star Wars games. He said, quote, "We're good at making films and television shows." Are you, though? "And theme parks and cruise ships and the like, but we've never managed to demonstrate much skill in the publishing side of games. And I like the humility at the end. We're not good at publishing games. You're not great at coming up with original movies either, but that's okay." No. But
you're
yeah,
just hating on the live actions.
Well, it's like, hey, Will Smith, let's make him blue and really, let's cosplay him. Like, everything Will Smith is in now, it just looks like he's cosplaying a version of the character he's supposed to be playing.
This is going to be a rip on Will Smith now.
No, Will Smith's great. He's a fantastic actor, but just let Will Smith be Will Smith. Don't
I know. No, I mean, here's the thing. I like the live action stuff. Didn't you say another live action they were thinking about something?
Yes.
What is it?
Yes. They're doing... I think it was Comic Book Rant or something like that. They're doing a Nightmare Before Christmas live action movie. They're considering it because why the not? You know.
Okay, see, there's just some things in this world you shouldn't do. I understand Mulan, except you want to take away the songs and take away the love of interest because she has to be just a butch man and can't have a love life, even though the story had nothing to do with it. So they're just going to ruin that one. That one I'm not happy about.
Well, that one we don't know, for sure if they're doing
what? Live action Nightmare Before Christmas is possible, but could it work?
No. 100% no.
No, because that is purposely a cartoon.
That would be horrifying. That would be
no kids.
They could make it. It would be a horror movie.
Yeah, it actually would. I mean, that actually, I would spend some money.
It would be PG-13, and it'd be awful.
It might be R.
It would literally be like, let's go see.
Kidnap Santa Claus.
Oh my gosh, they would have to make it. It would. It'd be like when we paid to see The Happening. Like,
oh god, that bad.
No.
No, No, and the acting was almost as good as Kingdom Hearts.
It really was. But okay, so you mentioned Siege. Siege, yes, they've got a new year 4, season 1 of DLC coming out. Early March. They've announced everything for them. There's Mozzie and Gridlock. He's got a P10 Roni as a submachine gun and the Commando 9 assault rifle. He's got the SDP.
Oh, you know what? The next that one, the Super Shorty
shotgun as a secondary.
Now tell me about his gadget, because one of his gadgets seemed pretty cool. The pest launcher.
The pest launcher. So he's got barbed wire and nitrocell, but then he also has this thing called the pest launcher. It's this little tiny drone that you shoot out a doorway, top of the stairs, anywhere that a drone would be driving in the preparation phase, and then it literally jumps onto the drone.
Do they have a clip of it?
And I'm not sure. I can find one. It has
either way.
You shoot the thing on there, and then it jumps on there, and it hijacks the drone for the defense, and then they can drive it around. He's the only one that has access to drive it. Anybody can look at it.
Oh,
so he can
sweet.
Drive it and put it up on top of a bookshelf or something.
So you can kind of just hijack the drone and then just take it where he wants
it.
And
the cool thing is, like, when he first comes out, attackers aren't going to be used to shooting drones out because they only do that on defense. So his thing is going to be very interesting, especially if he gets a Twitch drone. If he gets a Twitch drone controlled and that shoots little electric shocks out of people, that'd be amazing. I mean, most people will probably use it to troll and shoot their own teammates. But then the second guy coming out is called Gridlock. I'm sorry, it's a woman. And she has 3 armor, 1 speed.
Boo. She looks horrible. She's going to be awful.
Their character models look really rough.
No, I meant her ability looks horrible.
Oh, no, her ability's sick.
No,
dude.
It's not.
She's got a light machine gun and assault rifle. That kind of looks like Kaid's gun a little bit. And then she's got a super shorty shotgun.
Oh, it sounds like they're,
they're both from the same...
Yeah, not creative.
The same...
Gotcha.
They're from the same country, the same, Rainbow Six thing. So smoke grenades, breaching charges, and her thing is the Trax Stingers. And they are these little things that shoot out, and they'll cover, an entire hallway, and it slows down the defenders. If they have to run through it, it gives them damage.
But see, my thing against that is that it spreads out and it makes them slow. It takes a little bit of damage. It's more of an annoyance. Then they shoot, give away the position, but one grenade, all gone.
Yeah, I know, but it's all about it's mainly a
and I'll have to see how visible it is.
It's an information.
If it's very well hidden,
I'll show you a video. I'll put a little video over top here, and I'll show you. It looks sick.
All right, fine. Okay, so Siege. Still rocking it. I mean, they're one of the more successful stories of rocking a hard disk game and still coming out with DLCs, and people are still playing. When did that come out?
That came out in 2015. They're in year 4. They came out in December of 2015.
Wow.
And they're in year 4 of the DLC for it. So
yeah, because they don't need to make a new game. They're just killing it with the one game they made of it. They're what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it came out December 1st, 2015. And
good stuff.
They're in year 4 of the DLC. This is season 1. There'll be 4 seasons this year. And this one comes out with a new map. They've kind of laid out the roadmap ahead. And it looks like a bright future for Rainbow Six Siege. They're on their way to 50 operators, I believe.
What? So. I tell you what, one of the games that I want to talk about coming up here soon, we're going to probably do this on the next podcast, is talk about the Division 2 coming out. The Division, the first one, as we both know, we both loved it. That's when we both used to have the same platform and we'd play it, but of course you sold that too because, why own something longer than a week? But which I can still sign in on your account on my Xbox. You just don't have online anymore. But, because you've signed in once, I guess. But anyways, I
probably have games on there you can download.
Actually, I didn't think of that. Okay, so, anyways, no, Division was great for a week, and then out of 2 weeks, it was obsessed over, and we don't need to touch too much base on Division right now, but the segment's coming out, and I really want to see if they have accomplished making it something people actually want to play longer than 2 weeks. Something that people are obsessed over, like Siege or something, Dark Zone.
Yeah, the Dark Zone stuff, I hope that they have it that's more of a main focus of the game as opposed to just hey, this is where you can do PvP. It's this is where main stuff in the game actually has to happen.
Yeah, and actually in the most recent Game Informer, they have a whole entire section about it, which is this Game Informer here. But they, I was reading a little bit about it. The whole Division 2 is 3 pages about the new game. So reading up on that. But yeah,
The last little piece of news I wanted to talk about real quick was that Reggie Fils-Aime, the former president of Nintendo, he announced his retirement, and he'll be succeeded by a man named Doug Bowser. He actually put up a really good...
Doug Bowser.
Yes.
There's nothing more ironic than that.
So, how does it make you feel to have one of your favorite video game companies in the hands of literal Bowser?
I mean, I think it's great. Look at Peach here. She's going down. Bowser's taking over here, B. I mean, I think it's very ironic, and I think it's planned out, and I think it's also a load of...
No, Reggie Fils-Aime had a really heartfelt goodbye video he put up on their page.
Why is he leaving?
He said he wants to spend more time with his family and his kids. He's made probably a ton of money. He doesn't have to work a day in his life.
True.
After this, he said, I'm trading in my beloved title of Nintendo president for an even more beloved title of Nintendo fan. And it was very all right, Reggie. I appreciate everything he's done.
All right,
Switch is fantastic.
It is, and maybe that's why he's dipping out, because he kind of just knows
going out on top.
It's like this is not getting any better. We already done with Smash, apparently, which Smash, woo!
Hopefully Tom Brady follows in the same footsteps. You will retire on top and never play again, so we don't have to worry about you anymore.
Me, Lord. Okay. If you're a Patriots fan, please unsubscribe and leave.
No, subscribe. We want your views.
No, I don't want your opinions. So, anyways, guys, so what we're actually looking to do here in the future with our podcast is actually create what Brandon calls 80s ESPN.
Yeah, like we got Chris Berman, he's doing the... He did this.
And he's going to do that every week.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe shirtless. You want to see us both shirtless doing that? That'd be good.
Maybe in a couple months. In a couple months when I hit the gym a little bit more.
All right, so what we want to do is actually have top 5, top 10 of the best plays of all different kinds of games. Siege, Fortnite, Apex games we already obviously talked about, but Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever. Any kind of game you want. If you want to give me your top play of Kingdom Hearts fighting a boss real fast, go ahead and send me that too, and I'll see how impressed I am. But you can send us your clips now, actually, of your own gameplay, and it doesn't have to be the best as of right now. We're getting and working towards that point. But right now, we actually just want to see what games you guys are playing, what you guys want to hear about, and what we're going to bring on the show, and then we'll give you a shout-out if you make the list. So please, hit subscribe, follow us, do whatever the heck you want. But keep watching, and I appreciate you watching this whole video, though.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.